Attention future business tycoons and moguls, if you're looking to build an empire of vast riches and wealth, this video is for you. I'm giving you 10 reasons for why recruiting is the absolute best business opportunity for new entrepreneurs. You're definitely going to want to stick around for reason number 9. It is absolutely mind-blowing. By the way, my name is Ryan. I'm the founder of 7figurestaffing.com, where we have helped new entrepreneurs get to 7 and 8 figures in their recruiting business, and I am going to help you get there too if you're ready to commit. Recruiting will always be the absolute greatest business opportunity for new entrepreneurs, and here is why. Reason number 1, doesn't take any money to get started. It doesn't take any special preparation to get started. You don't need to write a fancy business plan. You don't need to fill out grant applications. You don't have to go on the Dragon's Den or the Shark Tank. You don't need to go and get loans. You don't need to go and buy much of anything. Don't get me wrong. It helps if you can pay for some ads and software, but paid versions are not required to get started. If you have a LinkedIn account and some internet savviness, you are a qualified investor to get started, because you can start by investing your time and not your money. Reason number 2, there is no barrier to entry. You do not need any fancy degree. You do not need any certifications. You do not need to go to school for 4 more years. You do not need student loans. You don't need to read special books. You don't need any experience in any certain industry. You need your brain, your vocal cords, ruthless common sense, an internet connection, and a laptop. You also need to commit, be persistent, and take a strategic approach. Reason number 3, service businesses are always way easier to start than product businesses. Service businesses have a much higher success rate than product businesses, as long as you are willing to stick with it and find a solid angle of approach. You are going to be successful. Then you can take all of that capital that you built from your service business and invest it into a product business if you want, which is going to have much higher risk, much higher probability of failure, but also a much higher upside for the future. So it's best to start with a service business and then potentially move to a product business. Reason number 4, there is always pain and demand for your service. You just need to know where to look. If you hear people telling you that recruiting is a bad business in a down economy, you are talking to someone who has no idea what they're talking about. Recruiting is an even better business in a down economy for a number of reasons. When companies' budgets are tight, they actually need recruiting agencies, because recruiting agencies help them to run a leaner hiring operation and therefore to save money. They need to fire all of their internal talent acquisition employees and use outside vendors for on-demand hiring. In other words, they can't afford bloated internal teams, but they still need somebody to hire extremely important and strategic talent. So just remember that companies do not use recruiting agencies because they have a whole bunch of extra money laying around. It's the exact opposite. They use recruiting agencies when they want to save money. Recruiting agencies help companies save money on their bottom line. If it seems like the recruiting market has dried up for you, it means that you are in the wrong recruitment market, and you simply need to change and recruit someone else and somewhere else. There's always an industry with momentum, and there are always evergreen industries to which you can pivot. Reason number 5, I am not aware of any other opportunity in this world that pays as much as recruiting for having no experience and no barrier to entry. If you take the right approach in this business, you can make $1 million this year, and that is not an exaggeration. Once you hit a momentum point in your business, things can scale extremely quickly. Once you find a repeatable process for servicing a niche, things can absolutely take off and explode for you. Sometimes all it takes is one anchor client and some early success to propel you to unstoppable momentum. But even if it takes you a little longer, that's okay. You're still going to be successful. You just have to stick with it. Reason number 6, recruiters will never, ever be replaced by artificial intelligence. There is absolutely zero chance of that happening. We've already seen that software engineers can get replaced by artificial intelligence. There are a myriad of other professionals that will get replaced by artificial intelligence, and recruiters are absolutely not one of them. A high-value candidate is never, ever going to pick up the phone from some kind of robot and be attracted to a job that is pitched from a robot. It's completely absurd. And yes, I know that there are successful telemarketing robots apparently these days, and I guarantee those telemarketing robots are not recruiting insurance account executives or tax auditing professionals or semiconductor engineers or ophthalmologists or retail bank managers. In other words, they're not building relationships and they are not recruiting anybody. If you are sparking up relationships with robots, then you are not somebody that anybody is going to hire. Not only that, but AI is dumb. It's very useful, but it is dumb. It's not a replacement for you. It's not a replacement for the critical function you serve. Don't get me wrong, it's very useful, but if you've ever called customer service and had to deal with the artificial intelligence, you know that it doesn't understand anything. You always need to speak to an agent because it doesn't understand your problem. AI has transformed the recruiting industry. It has made it way better and way more efficient, but it has not replaced a single recruiter, and it never will. Reason number 7, you can work from home. You can work from home forever. There is absolutely no reason for you to go into any office ever. Even if you are somehow the worst recruiter in history, at least you can laugh with the rest of us at all of those poor, hopeless people who are still schlepping to offices in traffic and wasting hours of their day doing the completely counterproductive activities of commuting. Reason number 8, work-life balance. You can recruit as much or as little as you want. Maybe you only want to make one placement a month and stop at $20,000 per month. If that's the case, you could probably work as little as 1 week per month once you learn the ropes of your niche and know what you're doing. Maybe you want to make one placement per week and make $100,000 per month. That's definitely going to take more work to do it yourself, but the beauty of it is there are ways to scale and add leverage to your desk. So many of the tasks can now be delegated to artificial intelligence as well as to offshore resources so that your job is extremely manageable. Reason number 9, as a recruiter, you get insider access to industry trends, company cultures, and the inner workings of businesses across various sectors. You become a walking encyclopedia of market knowledge. This intel can be incredibly valuable whether you're advising candidates, helping companies shape their hiring strategies, or even starting your own ventures. And you are going to be able to uncover the next wave of progress in the industries within which you work, and I guarantee that it's going to help spark the idea for your next business. The world of recruiting is ever changing. New industries emerge, technologies evolve, and job roles shift. As a recruiter, you're always learning and growing. The constant evolution keeps the job exciting. It ensures that you never stagnate. Plus, it means that you're always at the cutting edge of what's happening in the job market. Reason number 10, unmatched adaptability. The skills you gain in recruiting are transferable to almost any other business. These include negotiation, sales, marketing, people management, the list goes on. These are universal skills. If you ever decide to pivot, you'll find that your recruiting experience has equipped you with a toolkit that's adaptable to countless industries. There you have it. That's our list. Thank you for joining me on this video about why recruiting will always be the absolute best business to start for new entrepreneurs. By the way, if you want to learn how to kick butt with your staffing agency, I created a comprehensive video on the topic called Get New Recruiting and Staffing Clients Every Time with no video or content. This video is a masterclass on recruitment agency marketing, and I recommend you watch absolutely every minute of it. If you want to know where to start and you're not sure what step 1 actually should be, I take all of the mystery out of this in a video called Beginners Get Traction in Your Recruiting Business Before You Do Anything Else. I definitely recommend you check that one out as well. Check out both of these videos, then binge watch everything else I've ever made. Click like, click subscribe, do all that other YouTube-y stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.